Shit! Fuck.
I know this isn't pleasant for any of us, but we have to go over what happened before Miss Marsh... before she did what she did. Officer Barry will be taking notes for the official police inquiry. I'm sure you'll give him your full cooperation. Such a tragedy. But there must be a reason for everything. We need to find out why Kate Marsh would be driven to such desperate action. As principal of Blackwell Academy, I take my duties seriously.
No, you don't.
I take the well-being of every student more seriously.
No, you don't.
What happened today should never happen in a hall of wisdom and knowledge. Mr. Madsen, as our head of security here, those roof doors should always be locked. That's just standard operating procedure. They were not, and that is indeed your responsibility. Mr. Jefferson, I know you can't be expected to know what your students are going through, but Kate has assisted you in class, so you should have known something was amiss. Mr. Prescott, since you are responsible for the Vortex Club parties, and since Miss Marsh did attend your last party, you'll have to answer some more questions. Miss Caulfield, why exactly were you on the roof with Kate Marsh? Did she tell you her plan? Or anything at all? Please, tell us everything.
Oh, who the fuck do I throw under the bus? David bullied her. Nathan dosed her. Fuck, who do I go for? I don't want to attack Jefferson. Jefferson's not the fucking bad guy. And David is just a fucking creep. And he has been following her around. But he is Chloe's dad and he will fuck me up. You know what? Fuck it. If I die, I'm throwing Nathan under the goddamn bus with me. Fuck.
All I know is that Kate was at a party and Nathan dosed her. She got wasted and kissed some boys on a viral video without a clue.
I dosed her? Without a clue. Have you seen the video? Whatever. Kate was loaded and
You're a
playing
liar.
the field.
You told Kate you took her to the emergency room.
I said I was going to take her to the ER. She sobered up eventually.
Bullshit. Something happened to her and you know it. How about we talk about you waving a gun in the girls' bathroom?
That's total slander. I could sue you and this school so fast. I already have a personal lawyer.
Careful, Mr. Prescott. I've been told of this alleged gun incident, and I have to admit that the video in question was sent to me by multiple sources.
Including me.
And since Mr. Prescott does appear prominently in the video and was responsible for the party, I have no choice but to suspend him until further notice.
Fuck you.
See you in court.
Excuse me. I think Max and Nathan need a break before we grill them further. A friend and fellow student is dead. And they don't need this forum right now.
Yes, I'm kind of devastated right now. I'd like to be with my family.
All right, Miss Caulfield, please sign here to confirm what you've told us. I'll continue this investigation from there.
My head is killing me, but I think I can use my power again.
Nope. Gotta sign it.
Well, I think we know less now than when we started. We'll be assisting the police with further inquiries. I know this has been a stressful day. I wish I had the power to change it all for the better. So thank you for coming in.
Go ahead, Nathan. You wanna kill me? Huh? You wanna drug me like you did Kate? Like you did Chloe? Huh?
I just can't believe it. It's like it wasn't even real. Watching her drop like a weight, I really thought I could save her. Like a superhero.
Come on, Max. Do not for a second blame yourself.
Kate was on that roof for her reasons, not yours.
My hand just reached out.
Stop it. You were the only one with balls enough to run to the roof. You were the only one who cared.
Yeah, I sure made a big fucking difference. Maybe if more people cared. Better people than me.
You're the best person around.
Aw.
Warren, I screwed up today.
That makes no logical sense.
Warren, I don't mean to sound weird, but there's something ominous going on at Blackwell.
Today proves that.
And I'm working on proof that Kate Marsh is connected to Rachel Amber. Somehow. Along with Nathan and Mr. Madsen.
I'm not a big conspiracy guy, but I wouldn't doubt it. Nathan did scare me yesterday, and Madsen is a straight-up dickhead. So, what do you think is really happening?
What the hell is this? The weather confirms this weird day. Feel that chill.
Max, there was no eclipse scheduled today. I would know. I would.
Oh boy. Oh.
I believe you, Warren. I'll believe anything this week.
Dude, Warren, if you turn out to be a bad guy by the end of this fucking game, I will be so upset. Just gonna say that. I want you to be good. Like, real bad. Oh god. Is he leaving? Good, I hope you feel bad. Jesus. Oh, God, this is heavy. Kate wasn't even a real friend of mine. She's just a digital character, and I feel like I just feel awful about it. My God. Who's making those fucking books? Jesus. Huh. Well, that was episode 2 out of time. And wow. Kind of speechless. Like, the whole situation did build up, and it was something that I thought about, but I didn't think I'd be able to not prevent it. this is just an example, I guess, how you rely on the power so much in the game that you just always second guess yourself and do things without worry of consequence, and then shit like this happens and then you really can't fix what's done. You know, it's like if The Walking Dead gave you the power to turn back time and save some people, you would do it, but then when you couldn't, and, you know, your favorite character dies, you'd be devastated. And it's kind of like that. Like, God. I get why Kate did it. Like, we saw the notes and stuff, and her super religious Christian family begging to God for her forgiveness, to cleanse her sins of everything she's done, to something that she really did not intentionally do. But what I don't understand is, how the hell can your family just assume like you've done it? You know, whether it is true or not, why would you not stand up for your kid, for crying out loud? Like, it's your kid. You should love them regardless of what stupid thing they do, you know? She didn't go and fucking murder somebody. She went to a party and possibly either got really drunk or drugged and fooled around and fucked shit up like it happens. But this is just an example of how it's so easy when you're younger to make irrational decisions. You make decisions based on the moment, and you don't want to miss that moment because you know you'll never be able to return to it again. So you want to do things that'll make you look cool, and you want to do things that you think are fun because, you know, you're 18 and fucking YOLO. But you can't think that way, unfortunately, because whatever you do has consequences, not only for the time, but for the rest of your life. And be it you get in trouble because you have drugs on you, or you're drinking, or viral videos. You know, now social media is becoming a huge priority in communication, and sadly, humiliation. God damn, that was just intense. I'm in a way very grateful that when I was in high school, there wasn't Facebook, and there wasn't all of this shit that kids go through now. Like, if you're still in high school or in school, like, I respect how strong you are, how strong a lot of you are to be able to deal with a lot of this, because I don't know how I would react if I was younger in this day and age. It'd be very hard on me. It was hard. It was really, really hard for me back then, but wow. It's harder now. God. Yeah. It really freaking sucks. If anything, I'm more upset that I accidentally picked the wrong decision and couldn't change it. So now she's dead because I said her brothers care about her and she didn't have brothers. That's a shitty way to go. Man. Peter Horvath, John House, Ugana Nuwosu, Alexandra Perry, Roberto Torella, Jose Gallego, Francis Dolan, Fabian Jansen, Emiliano Rampazzi, Paul O'Sullivan, Toby Coleman, Jason Brooks, Karen Greenidge, Luke Willoughby, Kevin Rowlands, Eric Rosenberger, Ronald Kurtz, Charlotte Osborne, Lucy Callback, Ellie Panaota, Phil Rogers, Michael Sherlock, Chris Glover, Tim Yates, Phil Elliott. Special thanks to Mario Elguera, Katharina Karskins, and Amy White. Jeez. It's so bright it hurts. Okay. 70% of people told Kate to wait for more proof. That makes me feel better. 77% answered Kate's call. 42% didn't try to shoot. Really? Oh, so I guess if you tried to shoot Frank, he wouldn't have died anyway. Oh, wow. 41% couldn't save Kate. Fuck. So there is a way to save her. That fucking blows. And 78% blame Nathan. I feel like Nathan was the best choice to blame because Nathan's a dick, and I don't care how much his family and lawyers and everybody threatens me. He needs to pay for what he's done. He needs to. Oh. I watered my plant. I helped Alyssa. I erased the link. I was friendly with Taylor. Accepted Warren's invitation. Oh. Well, I did write a message and I erased it. You didn't tamper with the rail tracks. Oh, really? I didn't want to gain entrance to the Vortex Club party. I didn't help Warren. And then I went back and I helped him. And then I told Jefferson. Oh. Shit. Really? You're gonna leave us like that? Life is Strange, Episode 3, Chaos Theory. Well, that will be for next time. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll be returning back to more Revelations 2, and in 2 months we'll play Episode 3, unless it comes out sooner. Hope you enjoyed. Take care, and bye-bye. Hey guys, welcome back. And this is the part at the very end of the episode where I go back through, replay the episode, and go over things and try to give you a little bit more detail on stuff that I had missed throughout the entire playthrough, and I'm going to try to go back and get all the pictures like I did last time. Sorry this was delayed so long. I know you guys watched the finale episode on Friday or Saturday, and I didn't really get the chance to finish the rest of the episode because I've been busy and my recorder was acting up, but everything should be good. One thing I completely skipped, I never read anything in the journal, so I'm going to take the moment and read a little bit of the journal and hopefully kind of keep up with it as time goes on. So this might be stuff from the last episode into the new episode, but I want to go over it. This does not exist, October 7th. This will be the weirdest journal entry I will ever make. So weird I don't know how or where to start, but it started with the most vivid dream of my life. I was lost in a storm by the lighthouse until I came to the edge of the cliff. Then I saw a giant tornado headed for Arcadia Bay. It was so real that I could feel the rain stinging my face, and I was scared shitless. Then a boat hit the lighthouse, and I swear I actually felt like I was going to die. But I woke up in Mr. Jefferson's class, and I wasn't even sleeping. I almost fell out of my chair. Jefferson called on me, but I totally blew the answer. Of course, Victoria pounced on me, and she made me look like a bigger idiot. She's so awful. Then I didn't have the guts to turn in a photo for the Everyday Heroes contest while Victoria did her usual suck-up to Jefferson. He's so cool, and he clearly wants me to succeed. I felt so shitty. I just wanted to get to the bathroom to be alone and wash my face after that nightmare. Or daymare. Once I got to the bathroom, I saw this odd, beautiful blue butterfly flutter in right when I took a photo of it in the corner, Nathan Prescott came in freaking out, talking to himself. I hid in the corner and this punk girl came in and they started arguing about drugs and money. Then Nathan actually whipped out a gun and shot the girl. This is where it gets strange. When Nathan fired the gun, I came around the corner and reached out for some dumb reason, as if I could stop the bullet. But suddenly, I could feel the world twisting around me and this pressure in my head. Everything seemed to rewind, and I found myself right back in class at my desk. I literally thought I had been dosed with some drug until I calmed myself down. I saw everything happen in class the way it did before. Major groundhog deja vu. Somehow, I was able to actually rewind time. I knew the only way to find out if I was having a breakdown was to go back to the bathroom and see if I could save that girl from Nathan this time. I had no idea how either. I just knew I could live with myself if I let her die again. I escaped Jefferson this time by knowing exactly how to answer his questions and rushed to the bathroom. I hid in the corner again, and I couldn't believe it when Nathan showed up, freaking out all over again. Then the girl came into the bathroom, and before Nathan could shoot her, I smashed open the ancient fire alarm and scared both of them away. Victory. Until I got grilled by the security chief, David Madsen, who thinks he's Chuck Norris, Blackwell Ranger. Nathan Prescott almost kills a girl in the bathroom, but no, I'm the problem. I was so glad when Principal Wells stepped in to shoo David away. I wanted to inform Principal Wells that I saw Nathan waving a gun in the bathroom, but I didn't want to mention the girl or knew my rewind abilities. For obvious reasons, I wouldn't know how to tell him without making me look crazy. He grilled me for being out in the hall during a fire alarm. I'm still glad I didn't have to tell him that Blackwell's most big fucking deal student actually killed a girl in the previous timeline. So my school day started with an apocalyptic dream and then ended with saving a life and discovering I have some kind of power to rewind time. I don't know how to top that. Also, look at the drawn image of Nathan Prescott. Holy fucking crap. Everything feels so surreal right now. I can't talk to anybody about this. Well, the only person I haven't seen in 5 years. I could confide in Warren, he's smart and knows science, but maybe he could think of an explanation, though I have no idea what that could be. Until I can figure this out, I'd better stay on the down low with this stuff and focus on my classes. Warren sent me a text asking for his flash drive back, even though I haven't had a chance to check out all the cool shows and films on there. I watched a few episodes of Doctor Who and X-Files, binged on Full Metal Alchemist, then Faster Pussycat, Kill Kill, all kinds of Amazon women black and white badassery. Tetsuo? A total cyberpunk trip with amazing visuals, and Scott Pilgrim for about the millionth time. All really good movies. On a side note, I saw a missing persons poster on campus for Rachel Amber, a pretty Blackwell student who vanished. It's so sad seeing her smiling face and think about the awful things that could happen. If there was a way for me to rewind back 6 months, I totally would. I had to go back to the dorm to get Warren's flash drive, and yes, Victoria and her Vortex Vixens blocked me from getting in, and even took my picture. It was so high school movie, I can't even believe she did it. She actually told me to go fuck your selfie, though. It was funny. I don't know why she has to act that way. She already has everything she wants, doesn't she? And she forced me to use my rewind until I finally came up with a way to get her out of my way. I don't want to use this power for trivial bullshit, especially if I have been given an actual gift from the universe, but it did give me a chance to test it out. Still, I can't believe I took a picture of Victoria coated in paint for revenge. Now, mind you, this is on my other save file, so I decided to try to see how everything would play out if I was mean to her. I wasn't mean to her in my original playthrough, but if you choose to get back at her, she actually takes a picture of Victoria covered in paint. So some things we read in this story might be a little bit different. I'm going to try to read my journal in the next episode. She vowed revenge, so I guess I've officially made my first enemy at Blackwell. More high school drama. Juliet won't let Dana out of her room because she thought Zachary was sexting Dana. So stupid. I was so tired from everything, and since Dana borrowed Warren's flash drive, I had to intervene. Juliet told me Victoria was the one who gave her the inside scoop on Zach and Dana, so I knew that Victoria was playing them all. I snuck into Victoria's room and onto her laptop and found that she was indeed lying through her ass just to create drama. Of course, I felt like a weasel going through Victoria's room and laptop. Once I gave Juliet the proof that Victoria was behind this, I went to get Warren's flash drive from Dana. She's in a weird mood, so I had to look around and see if I could find out why. And then I think I didn't even look at this in my original playthrough, but this is what I also found. I found a home pregnancy test along with a note from Logan and a doctor's appointment. Yeah, Juliet might be pregnant. Dana admitted she was pregnant, and I realized that all of my friends have troubles that are just as significant as mine. Sigh. I'm starting to get the hang of this whole rewind thing. I don't want to waste this power, but there has to be a reason. It was given to me, so I better learn how to use it right. I started by saving Alyssa from getting a football-fueled headshot. I admit it felt amazing just to help Alyssa with something as simple as that. I also saw David Madsen hassling Kate Marsh. I couldn't hear everything, but he was accusing her of something. All that guy can do is point fingers. I got so pissed I went over to stop him from being such a bully. He's a security guard, not a stormtrooper. He was an asshole, as usual, but I felt good about what I did, and Kate seemed truly happy that somebody stood up for her. And I did that without using my rewind power. This day keeps getting stranger. I don't even believe what I'm writing, and I can't even do a simple task like giving Warren back his flash drive without getting into a situation. In this case, though, it turned out half bad and half good, which I guess is the yin and yang of life. When I met with Warren in the lot and checked out his new retro wheels, guess who showed up? Nathan Prescott, freaking out all over again. He got all up in my face to accuse me of bullshit. Even though I was scared because I know what he did to that girl in the bathroom, I was more furious. Then the girl in the bathroom pulled up in the truck, my former best friend Chloe Price. We both looked at each other like, what the fuck? Next thing I knew, I was in her truck as Warren earned his man card and tried to get Nathan off my ass. I owe Warren big time. Seeing Chloe for the first time in 5 years was such a shock, I was almost paralyzed, especially after realizing that Nathan had almost killed her right in front of me. Now Chloe shows up out of the blue to save me. Of all the bizarro and unexplainable shit happening today, sitting in Chloe's battered truck, listening to music and staring at her dashboard bobblehead might be at the top. So I tried to process the fact that Chloe and I were two best friends who didn't know each other anymore. She had blue hair, piercings, and cool boots, and I looked like a dork. I didn't know where to start, and she wasn't exactly extending an olive branch. So we sat like strangers. At least I had time to catch my breath and realize that in the parking lot melee with Nathan and Warren, my camera got busted up. I didn't care considering everything else going on, but it sucked on top of everything else going on. Going back to Chloe's old house for the first time in 5 years was like the ultimate rewind. Some things were obviously different, but some things weren't. The house smelled exactly the same as it did when we were growing up. Chloe's room was like an exploded version of her new adult self, cool and chaotic. I could tell she was pissed. She wanted to blaze up and chill, so I explored her room to play catch-up on what she was so into these days. I'm an other one. Then I found a photo of Chloe with Rachel Amber. Chloe freaked and laid into me for not calling her once. I deserved it. She had become best friends with Rachel, and they were going to bail on Arcadia Bay and head out to Los Angeles for fame and fortune. I could tell how much Chloe cared about Rachel since she was the one putting up the posters. I felt even shittier about leaving Chloe alone all those years when she most needed me. You suck, Max, but Chloe is obsessed with Rachel, the missing girl. She says Rachel vanished after meeting some amazing dude. Probably some psycho online. Probably some psycho online. Chloe wanted to smoke out and be alone, so I went downstairs to find tools to fix my camera. When I got back upstairs, I couldn't fix the stupid camera, but Chloe saw the butterfly photo and knew I was in the bathroom, and set off the alarm. Her attitude totally changed, and she realized that I had saved her life. Even though it could have gone the other way, she was so happy, like when we were kids, and it was great to see her face light up. She even gave me her dad's awesome old Instamatic as a symbol of our reunion. She cranked up the tunes and started dancing on her bed like a maniac. She even got me to shake my booty, just a bit. That's when Chloe's stepfather showed up, and it was David Madsen, sorry. I had to hide in the closet, and then David came in, angry about the music. He was even scarier off campus because he didn't have the school around him. He accused Chloe of taking one of his guns. Then shit got real. David found Chloe's joint and flipped out on her. I couldn't take it considering she almost died that morning. And this is where I also made an alternate decision, and I stepped out and said it was my weed. David tried to threaten me, but Chloe was awesome and threatened him. He backed out of there quick. Chloe was so touched I took the blame. Of course, she did steal one of David's guns and waved it around like an idiot. Too much firepower for this girl to encounter in one day, or one life. Fortunately, Chloe and I decided to get out of there and catch up on her exploring, like best friends. So Chloe and I ended up at the lighthouse watching the sunset. Chloe was mellow and told me more about David and his uber paranoia at school and home. It all made sense. But I wanted to know why Chloe was in that bathroom with Nathan Prescott. She told me he deals drugs and she wanted to blackmail him to pay off some big loan. It's so strange where our lives have gone since the last time we hung out when we were 13. Then I had another nightmare. Or duskmare. I was right back at the lighthouse in a storm, except this time I was following a ghostly deer until I got to the edge of the cliff. I could see the tornado destroying everything in its path, and I again could feel the cold sting of the rain. The lighthouse was crumbling, and I felt so helpless watching the tornado move towards the town. Then Chloe snapped me out of the dream, and I told her what I saw. And as if to make the day end on another unusual note, snow started falling from the sky in the warm sunset. It felt so weird, ominous, and beautiful all at once, especially standing there with my best friend. And on that positive thought, I have officially earned a great night's sleep. Yes, you have. And that was freaking crazy.
Curiosity killed the Max. I can't even imagine what life would be like being a cheerleader. Dramatic, I guess. Trevor is making himself comfortable. Ugh, hope they don't get busted. This is both sad and pathetic.
Dana, I suck at writing, but I thought I should write this so you may not hate my dumbass forever. I know I act like a tough jock around everybody, but I never had to act around you. I'm not the kind of man you deserve. You saw how I pussed out. If you need any money, let me know. Wow. Wow. Ha. So looks like he doesn't want to be the baby daddy. He is, but he doesn't want to be the baby daddy.
Let's talk later, Max.
Fine.